This is the second part of the talk on polyatomic ions. These are ions that contain more than one element. So in the previous slide, you might have seen chlorine minus Cl1 minus, bromine Br minus 1. Now we're going to look at ones that contain multiple. So we have a nitrogen NO3. That's a polyatomic ion. Another example would be sulfate as SO4 as a polyatomic ion. And so a polyatomic ion just has more than one atom that have a charge. So here would be a polyatomic anion, meaning it's negative. Here's the cation, that's positive. And together we make the polyatomic compound. So this is what polyatomic ions look like. Again, here's the nitrate ion. So this blue one here is nitrogen. These are 3 oxygen atoms here. And the charge on this is a -1. You can see here. Polyatomic ions are basically added to a hydrogen ion. So for example, carbonate is CO3 2 minus. So we'd have to balance that with a positive 2 charge. In the case where we just add hydrogen, we call it hydrogen carbonate because we're adding 1 hydrogen here. In the terms of phosphate, we would call it dihydrogen phosphate because there's 2 hydrogens here. Sulfate is this. This would be hydrogen sulfate with the hydrogen in front. So just practicing naming, identifying some polyatomic ions here. Sodium here is the positive, and nitrate, NO3, is a negative. The second one we break apart, and we actually have NH4, which is positive, and Cl, which is the negative. The next one we have Ca2+, calcium is a 2+ ion, and OH, which is a -1 ion. Next one we have ammonium again, NH4, positive. PO4, which is phosphate, which is a 3 negative. Then the last one, we have a potassium +1 with a carbonate CO3, which is 2 minus. Okay, so we have hydroxide, we have ammonium, we have nitrate, phosphate, ammonium, carbonate. Use a few more practices writing the names of the following compounds. So I'll give you a few seconds here. If you want to, pause the video. Okay, I'm going to go to the answers. So there's the answers for naming. And then that's it. So at the end of this, you're going to get a periodic table on Wednesday that has all the ions present on the periodic table. And we will talk about in class what the trends are for the periodic table as far as what the ions are for each of those also. So again, make sure to take the quiz before class on Wednesday so you can get your 3 points. This is the end of the video.